Have you ever wanted to write a film, even a short one, but it's just so much easier to do nothing? Or there's just so many other things that get in the way. Like, almost indescribably so. Last week I announced that I'm going to be creating my dream short film, but despite knowing that, there were a couple of days where I felt like I just didn't have it. I just sat there, looking at my phone, and there was just no excuse for me to not work on my script. What I think it is that at those points, I let my pride get in the way. I said, I'm not going to write down anything unless it feels absolutely perfect. And guess how many times I've written or done something absolutely perfect? None. I played baseball in college, and one of the main things I learned during my freshman year was how humbling it can be if you feel like you are incapable of doing something wrong. When I became a videographer and filmmaker, I thought I let that part of me behind. I mean, I made a film a couple of years ago with some friends that was fun to make, but it definitely was representative of me just putting something out there. I suppose that every once in a while, I revert to my old habits. I think that a core transformation happened in terms of my ability to overcome needing to be perfect, but there are still definitely challenges and obstacles to overcome. I don't think that we should worry about that though, because if we take advice from the characters that we see on TV or that we write about, they are always embracing conflict. They always rise up when things get the hardest. My advice, view your life as a story. View you writing a story as a story. I mean, if we go by one of the most popular story cycles, Joseph Campbell's Monomyth, then there are definitely points that match up. The first major stage is the ordinary world. That's where you're the filmmaker who has the idea to write a story, but at first is hesitant because of how much effort it takes to create it. The second major stage is the unknown world. That's where you are creating the story and encounter challenges like the inclination to do nothing, like I just talked about, or other things in life that pop up, like work, school, your car breaking down in the middle of the road like mine just did because I didn't have a full tank of gas. And there's going to be a point, just like in Campbell's Monomyth, where you're going to want to give up. You're going to want to think what you're doing is absolutely awful and that no one should ever see this story come to life. But what I think is so inspiring is that if you can just get past that point of self-doubt that we all go through, then maybe your imperfectly written narrative can connect with just a few people. Because after that, you can enter that third stage of that monomyth, which is the return to the ordinary world, where you finish writing, people see your film, and then you're able to take what you learned on that one to the next one. I'm currently in that stage right now, and despite my doubts, I'm pushing through. I'm pushing through because I feel like I owe it to myself, and also I need to remain accountable to those around me. If you want to see my story of creating my dream story, please stick around. The best way to help me right now is to subscribe, to comment, to like, to engage, because that will help tell YouTube to send my content out to more people, and I really want to make a big splash with this film. I'm going to be shooting it this summer and hopefully get it out to you by the end of the summer. And I'm going to distribute weekly updates on my progress of writing, casting, develop a shot list, and more. If you want to watch more of my content, click the corner of the screen right here.